Things are getting very, very serious in the Eliminator. If you get through this week in the Underdog Fantasy Eliminator, your teams are going to be worth over $1,000. And I've got a couple of pretty big sweats coming here on Monday night. This one looks like a for sure win. Apologies to Mr. B Herbert 32. Was able to rack up 163 points. Don't think I have anyone else left to play on this one. The Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor tandem is going to be hard to beat. Have Mike Evans left to go tonight. He could potentially replace Wandale's points. And then we are done at tight end. The villain is done at quarterback. There are no more running backs to play. He has JSN, who can replace DK Metcalf's points or Malik Washington's points. And then he has K. Dotton, who can replace Jake Ferguson's points, or I guess he could also replace DK Metcalf's, or he could replace Jordan Mason's points. So that one looks like probably a 90%er. So that is a $1,000 fantasy team very likely through in this one. Not impossible. I would say that one's probably like 90%. BBMDB is struggling a little bit because of the AWS shortage, outage, whatever you'd like to call it, but we'll probably get that loaded up at some point during the show. This one, I am just barely hanging on against Mr. Big Daddy 77, 118 to 109. Again, have no quarterback left on this one. Got 18 from Bijan last night. No running back scores left. Potentially Emeka Egbuka points coming in this evening. Potentially Jalen Knoll points coming in this evening. No tight ends. So Jonnu Smith's 10.3 could be replaced. The opponent has no quarterbacks left. The opponent has no running backs left. The opponent has JSN, whose points are almost for sure going to count, replacing De'Ami Brown. So this one actually, if JSN has a mega smash, if JSN has a mega smash, this one could lose pretty easily because I only have Egbuka. Okay, so Egbuka replacing De'Ami or Knoll replacing De'Ami with him having Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, for sure counting. So like a JSN 25 pointer, and there's, I think, a pretty good chance that I end up losing that one, actually. This one, I have 80. Oh, wow. 83.9 to 83.4. What a fucking sweat. Oh my gosh, what a sweat. All right, so I have Goff replacing Cam Ward points. I have Gibbs replacing Rico Dowdle points potentially. Tet points. No points from Wilson. No points from Ridley. No points from Rome. Yeah, so I'm cooked at wide receiver on this team. So none of those points can be replaced. Kelsey. Yeah, so this comes down to Gibbs replacing Dowdle and Goff replacing Ward. For the opponent, he has Baker. Going to be very hard for him to replace Herbert's points. He has no points from James Cook, no points from Hampton. He does for sure have Rashad White and Sean Tucker points coming in. This guy might even be favored. So he also has Egbuka coming in. Egbuka is going to replace Tyler Lockett's points, and he's done at tight end. So I need a pretty big game from Goff and Gibbs to stay alive in this one. Like honestly, a huge game, actually. Assuming that Egbuka plays, I'm going to be cooked on this one. So I would say, I don't know, like the expectation amongst those three teams is I get like 1.8 through or something like that. Big time down. Cactus has 111. I have 98. Cactus is done at quarterback. He is done at running back. He also has Egbuka. Igbuka's points could replace Diggs, and he's done at tight end. I have Goff left to play at quarterback. I have David Montgomery potentially replacing Breece Hall's 6 points. Oh, Drake London with 6 points is so brutal. So I have JMO potentially replacing, well, almost for sure replacing wide receiver points. Wow. My whole Eliminator season is going to come down to Isaac Tesla and Jameson Williams tonight in this matchup. And wow, and Laporta. So I have just a mega Detroit Lions onslaught tonight to potentially beat my opponent Cactus there. Oh my God, what a beatdown here. I am down 60 points to Evan 11-25. I do have Baker left to play. I do have Ken Walker left to play. Nothing at wide receiver. No Debo. Yeah, done at wide receiver. So I'm just cooked here. Just going to eat a 0 at wide receiver because Wilson 0, Ridley 0, Debo 0, McMillan 0, Coker 0, and done at tight end. So shout out to Evan 11-25, 27 from Stafford, 32 from Jonathan Taylor, just smoking me. He still has JSN left to go. What a wagon, getting 20 points from Travis Hunter. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. And I'll tell you that the week 8 eliminator is also going to be fascinating. That's when the money goes into the thousands. So if you win your week 8 eliminator, you are guaranteed a minimum of $1,000. So pretty nice to do that. I think that we just got BBMDB back. So I'm currently advancing 3 teams. My expectation is to advance 2.6. He has me a big favorite over B Herbert. He has me a 75% favorite over Cactus, who I'm currently not beating. 0% against Evan. 21% against Fitz Football. So this was the coin flip one. And then the Big Daddy one was what? So I guess what am I really sweating here? For this game, I'm sweating big time. I'm Igbuka. That's what I'm sweating. It's if Igbuka plays, I feel good. If I don't, I'm anti-sweating. I'm anti-sweating Jackson Smith and Jigba big time. No. So the EV of your team right now is going to be in the thousands if you win this week. The expected value of your team. But then if you win in week 8, I believe week 8, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's week 9 where the value of your team goes to $9,000 or to $1,000. Okay, so there you go. I'm wrong. So as of right now, there are what is it? It's approximately 3,000 team. There you go. Thank you, Dan. It's week 9 where winning gets your team 4. Where winning gets you to 1,000. So week 9. So we are close. So my title of this video is in fact clickbait. I would look, man, having a team left sitting there in the eliminator in week 10. I mean, how sick the sweats are going to be unbelievable. This is the coolest contest that Underdog has ever done. Let's see. This team that I have in first. Is this a team? This is a good question. Looking at these teams, are these teams you would be happy to see in the eliminator? Like, am I feeling good about this team? Dak and Trevor, CMC Taylor, Breece Warren, Tank Bigsby, hilarious. Miles Sanders out for the year. Mike Evans is back. George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Jaden Reed, Rashid Shaheed, you feel good. Hollywood, you feel good. Wandale, you feel good. I'm just awful thin at tight end here. Awful thin at tight end, but that's okay. You know, I guess if you're going to be thin somewhere, it's the title. The title is clickbait because I'm bad. I'm bad at math. I have Monty and JMO left in weekly winners. 3rd place, 13 points from either of them puts them in my flex, 1 point short of first. Wow, having a Mahomes Rice team left, that is what dreams are made of. That's tell you what, that's what I would want to see clicking on the eliminator. Just a beautiful contest. So big sweats for me tonight against Cactus, big sweats for me tonight against Big Daddy 77, and big sweats for me tonight against Ole Mr. Fitz Football. 21% from the sleeper scores from Mr. PD. Go ahead. I hope so. It is. It is crazy that we are almost halfway through the season. It never. Oh, you know what? This is a good question. I have not checked in on this. I've not heard from Mr. Liam. Let's see here. Is the team that Liam and I drafted together? Oh, baby, 83% against Dang Nabbit. So we have Jared Goff remaining. Our opponent is done at quarterback. Our opponent has David Montgomery. We have Woody Marks. We have JSN, Mike Evans, and JMO. Our opponent has Nico and JSN, so we have him covered there. He is done at tight end. We are done at tight end. I would assume we are going to advance. Wow. Shout out to Chess Liam, man. I have not sent the Venmo already, so I'm hoping that this ends with Chess, Liam, and I. So I mean, can you imagine Liam and I winning $200,000 together? That's first place in the Eliminator, right? First place in the Eliminator is 200,000. Did I get that right, or is that wrong? First place in the Eliminator. This is just for these head-to-head. I believe it's 200,000 though. Man, can you guys imagine? Just beautiful stuff. Great contest. Shout out to our friends at Underdog Fantasy. Not so much a shout out to me for my performance in the Battle Royale streets in week 7. Not my best week. $785 returned. Something like $1,800 entered. My best team, I think, honestly, my best team in terms of money won was in the fullback dive. A Mahomes, AJ Brown, QJ, Trey McBride, Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Mason team. Yeah, just I guess let's look at my exposure. So obviously, big problem there. Just a ton of Xavier Worthy, who did nothing in that game. Got Trey McBride right. Got Judkins right. CeeDee Lamb, obviously limited by what was happening in the game. My exposures got a little bit crooked this week because I was really not drafting Devin A-Chain, who I thought was really overdrafted in BRs. So I had a lot more Justin Jefferson, shit ton of Breece Hall, really bad pick, shit ton of Corey Krosky-Merritt, really bad pick. A lot of Quentin Johnston, a really bad pick. Jaden Daniels was a really bad pick. Jonathan Taylor, a very good pick. Tyler Warren, a very good pick. Rashee Rice, a very good pick. Javonte was fine. Rico Dowdle, that right there is a really, really bad selection by me. The Rico Dowdle stuff was, it just should have been obvious that Rico Dowdle was a bad pick at 100% drafted, because there was no world where Rico was going to have all the work and he would have probably had to have scored twice. And how likely is it that any running back scores twice in a low total game, a low pace game against the Jets? Just like, obviously Dowdle is much better than Chuba Hubbard, but it was just, I feel very bad about that one, because I really liked Vidal. I really liked Mason. I should have drafted more DeAndre Swift. Knowing the ownership percentage, I should have drafted more of Dobbins. Should have drafted a little bit more Ramondre. Just like, and I'm not being like, I'm comfortable with the way that I structured my teams with lots of I'm comfortable having 90% of my builds be with 2 running backs. I know that actually was not the that wasn't the way I intended it to go, or that wasn't the way that it always works. But yeah, should have had more Swift. In terms of wide receivers, I mean, a lot of QJ, a lot of Rashee, 10% AJ Brown feels good. Was lighter on Rome, who I thought was a bad pick. High on Pittman, a little bit lighter on Olave. I guess that feels pretty bad now. A lot of, relatively speaking, like a lot more Keenan Allen than the field. Thought I was being kind of slick with the Marvin Harrison Jr. But yeah, Not just really in general, not the week you want. And sometimes it goes that way. Was my best BR team. Best BR team was Mahomes, JT, Swift, of course. Of course, Worthy was on it. Worthy and Keenan. Yeah, just did not have anything close to the right combo on any team. Got up to 266th in the Wildcat with wow, how about that? How about an 8% drafted Devonta Smith there? I assume that if Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt gets that C-Rod touchdown, it's a top 50 team minimum. What a crazy team from Chile with the winner, by the way. Bo Nix, Jonathan Taylor, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, Tyler Warren, Trey McBride, just absolutely sticking it to them. I played the Browns, DST, Judkins, Rashi, CD, and Olave in every lineup and won nothing. That's tough. It's kind of the way she goes. Not sure. Please look at my team in 18th in the Wildcat. All right, it's Mookie 18th in the Wildcat, 149. Oh my God, Jalen Waddle with 2 points. Oh, that's so dark. That's so dark. I don't love that at all. I drafted a lot of JCM and Brees compared to the field, or maybe JCM 20%, Brees Hall 20.5. Yeah, so just I tend to draft the projections, and so if you draft a lot of the projections, these guys were projected much better than where they were being drafted, so I had a ton of them. Okay. So that's what went on BR. We can take a look at the Draftkings stuff. Finally booked a loss in loss. I booked a bunch of ties in Draftkings head-to-heads yesterday. Can I pull up should be a way for me to easily pull up can I pull up by entry fee? Well, here, I will pull up a nice team I had in the red zone. Here you go. $5 giant. So I cashed in the $5 double up. Shout out to me. Played the same team maybe not. Actually, maybe not a lot of other people did play this team. Looks like this team, this 186. Yeah. So this was the team I should have played, which I think was the ETR train. I just really didn't want to play Michael Mayer. I thought that Rashee Rice was a lock. I played Jaden Daniels, Brees Hall, Quinshon Judkins, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Moore, Rashee Rice, Zach Ertz, Jonathan Taylor, and the Cardinals defense. Looks like this train team was Lamb, right? Oh, it was the double tight end team. It was the double tight end team. Shout out to the believer, Joey Chrysler. Believe he is a viewer of the program. So shout out to him for smashing me with 186.04, 17 points from the Panthers defense. Got the nice little 26 ball from Chris Olave. I guess double tight end lives to see another day. This was the best team I had in tournaments yesterday. It was in I guess this was a smaller red zone, the 50K red zone. It finished in 39th. Dak Prescott, Quinshon Judkins, DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman Jr., Rashee Rice, Jake Ferguson, J.K. Dobbins, and the Panthers defense. This was it was truly just the top run the Sims optimal when I ran for the last time at 11:30 a.m. Central Time or whatever. I just went to runthesims.com/premium simrunner, put in my settings, and went from there. Yeah, and then the other team that I played that I really liked just didn't end up getting there. I thought Mahomes doubles were just an absolute joke yesterday. Like, I thought that they were way underowned. And I don't know, you guys can tell me if you think I'm right or wrong, but I did Mahomes, Jordan Mason, Quinshawn Judkins, CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Zach Ertz, Kamani Vidal in the New Orleans Saints defense. I guess maybe I should have just fucking played the Panthers defense, Davis. Ertz I thought was super important. Rice was just like a stone lock. Lamb, Lamb maybe not a lock, honestly. Like it's possible that his ownership was just way too high. 46% when, guys can get injured. Yeah, I also was very surprised with how low on the Mahomes stuff in. I mean, this dude had 286 yards and 3 touchdowns on 5 drives, 1 Pacheco rushing touchdown, and then the team kicked a field goal, 80.2 yards per drive for the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, Jaden getting injured was a big wrinkle in time for these games. Jaden being injured, but I thought I felt pretty sharp with the Jordan Mason play. I felt pretty sharp with Rashee Rice or with Xavier Worthy at 6.7%. Also, I mean, if you tell me that the Los Angeles Chargers drop back 61 times, I would have played the shit out of Kamani Vidal. I would have played him even harder than I did play him. I thought Vidal was really strong, and I was surprised to see that he was not owned. He obviously had a couple chances in the red zone, just didn't get there. The Worthy stuff, I mean, had the Raiders shown any fight in that game at all, I thought Worthy actually played well when he was out there. Now, moving forward, is Rashee Rice a far better player for fantasy football than Worthy? Yeah. I mean, I think it would be silly to suggest anything other than that. I mean, Rashee Rice, if you just take out his rookie year, the dude is, he's averaging over 20 fantasy points per game. He's just an unbelievably good player. I actually, honestly, I'm not really worried that much at all about Worthy being banged up. It's clearly not good, but the play that he did where he went up and got the ball on that, I can't remember if it was 3rd down or 2nd down, when he got pushed to the ground, got the flag, got back up and caught the jump ball. I mean, he looked very healthy. He looked healthy enough on that play, I guess, is what I would say. He's a pretty good player. So that's the DraftKings look. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot better. Never gonna be mad about having a sweat there. No sweats on FanDuel at all. Just easily cash a bunch of the double ups. Although a bunch of chops in here, which is kind of funny. Like getting $5 back and a quintuple up for $2 because the team that I played was so common. And then not even close in tournaments. Let's see. What did I some of these teams are pretty bad. So only got to 128 here. Jaden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, 6 points from Breece Hall, 7 points from Jalen Lane, who maybe would have gotten there, but then 3.7 points from Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt in the flex. That ain't gonna get it done. Then going over here, I tried to do the Mahomes thing again. See, Rice was not as popular on FanDuel, only 30.1% owned, which I thought was fairly interesting. Worthy, 7%. Michael Pittman Jr., 20%. Ertz was only 30%, but again, wow. Falling for Saquon Barkley is inexcusable nonsense, man. Falling for Saquon Barkley from me, Davis, you gotta be better than that. You really got to be better. I promise you guys, I'll be in the lab and I will be better moving forward there. All right. I have not looked at any of these scores yet. We're about to go look at the high stakes scores. I've not looked at any of these yet. I don't know if it was a good week. I don't know if it was a bad week. I have a sense it maybe was not a great week, but I literally do not know. All right. We're up to third in this league. Live scoring. This is the high stakes team with Nate. We have 134 versus 87. Oh my God, Fields. All right, so we got it. Oh my God, our quarterbacks are Fields and Geno. So we are just cooked here. We are going to get a win thanks to Jonathan Taylor. 34 points from Jonathan Taylor. No thank you to Jalen Waddle. Big thank you to Trey McBride. 29 points there. Our bench is looking so that team's not looking great. This is the silver bullet. This is the team with Leone. Okay. So this league standings. All right, we're up to third. All right. This is a very important league. This is a league that this is a league I would very, 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 very much like to win. This is a high stakes single entry with Michael Leone, and we have had some very good teams in this contest, but have never. We've won our league before, but we would love to win the overall. Let's just see what's out here at quarterback in this league. Like how fucked are we? Oh man. Yeah, we are we really might be we really might be starting Joe Flacco next week. That is as bad as it gets. God, we're fucked. I believe it is 50K to first in the silver bullet. Yeah, we did elims right at the start of the stream. If you want to go back to the beginning of the stream. All right, so that is the silver bullet with Leone. Here's the team with Nate. Stats, live scoring. Nate and I. We got killed. We got murdered. Barkley, Geno. At least we have Purdy coming back. Oh, we got killed. Dude, we're going to be out of a playoff spot now. Damn, we are down. We're 5-1, but we are down to 8th. 900. I mean, we're definitely not out of it, but it's really not great. I didn't do any prime times this year. Silver bullet and then 2 350s, which I believe is the what is that? It's the RotoWire Online Championship, I think. Yes, the RotoWire Online Championship. Okay. Does this get any better for us? I wonder what our lineup's going to be next week. Not feeling good. Fucking 2 points from Jordan Whittington, 6 from Tet, 5 from Michael Carter. James Cook is on bye. We're going to get him back. We should be getting Purdy back. Juwan Jennings is now startable. This team might just not make it. This team really might just not make it. And then here is the RotoWire Online. Wow. 185 points with Soccer Dave. 185 points. We got to be close to top of the league. Second in the league by 5 points. We are 3-3, but we have 1,046 points scored. Wow. Let's go. Oh, Soccer Dave is going to be happy to hear about this. 17 from Rattler, 40 from McCaffrey, 34 from Jonathan Taylor, 26 from Olave, 33 from DeMonta Smith, 9 from Hollywood Brown, only 7 from Fannin. We still have Mike Evans to go. We could have a 200-point week. This team could score 200 points this week. Josh Allen is on our bench. We have Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and how about that? Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet. Yes, honestly, the chat was I remember the chat was upset about Jonathan Taylor in round 2 of that draft. Yes. Okay, so that team is cooking. So I guess I would say 2 of the 3 teams on the NFC are cooking. The Soccer Dave team is certainly cooking, and the Leone team in the Silver Bullet is cooking. Ooh, dropping Gadsden for Auden. That's pretty tough. All right, let's go over to the FFPC. You currently have 1 or more eligible players. Oh, yes, I do. So we are gonna lose. Fuck, dude. This team, this is one of the most snake-bitten teams I have ever had in high stakes. We're gonna lose this week with 158. But let's. I guess who do we drop? I guess we can drop. Can't drop any of these guys. Justice Hill. I guess let's drop Justice Hill. Sure. Drop Justice Hill. Put George Kittle back on the bench, and we can be afoul of those rules there. Sometimes you just have a snake bitten team. Here's a dynasty trade I made, guys. You tell me what you think of this this dynasty trade. Where's the transit? Here you go. Transaction logs. I traded Malik Neighbors away for Rashee Rice in this dynasty league. It's a team that is ready to win now. It is a team that has Ashton Jeanty. It is a team that has Bijan Robinson. I traded away Malik Neighbors on IR for Rashee Rice and scored 4 Horsemen scored 256. I scored 197 this week. My team is Dak Prescott, Pacheco, Bijan, Keenan Allen, Devonta Smith, Kyle Pitts, Rashee Rice, Travis Hunter. Then it's a super flex league. I have Geno, May, Daniel Jones, and Carson Wentz. Jeanty, Worthy, Kendrick Bourne, who I can probably drop now whenever. I'm assuming Mariota is on the waivers in this league, but I couldn't say for certain. But that's just some of the dynasty stuff. So high stakes stuff. Here is Destroyer, which looks like it is probably going to fall out of playoff contention here. 95 points with only Igbuka left to go. This was the slow main. All right, so we've got, this team is just cooked. Jordan Love, J.K. Dobbins, Kamara, George Pickens, Matthew Golden. We even got the 32 ball from Gadsden, 9 points from Lane. We didn't leave any difference-making performances on the bench. We have 862, so we are kind of alive in points. I wouldn't say we're super alive. Could be okay. Don't think we're dead or alive. I mean, probably more towards dead there. All right. This is Alchemy, 138. So we are going to book a win at 5-1. We got 27 from Jalen Hurts. Rashad White left to go. Chase Brown, Devonta Smith, JSN, Jake Ferguson. We got CeeDee Lamb back. Apparently we left Jacoby Myers in. These are managed teams. So these are our managed teams. $2,000 to enter. You get $4,000 for winning your league, $2,000 for top points, and then first place in the tournament is $1 million. And we left Jacoby Myers on the bench for Isaiah Pacheco, so that's a 12-point difference. But moving forward, I think that team feels pretty good. Wow. Kendre Miller, ACL. That is a bummer. That makes me bummed out for Kendre Miller. But that team looks like it is certainly, I mean, this team could basically win the league. This team could finish top points, top record. So that is very strong. Alchemy could be a $6,000 team. Arcade Fire. Oh, we might have a little bit of a dogfight here. We have Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams left to go. We are And we have, oh, fuck, Jaden Daniels. Enough. Oh, but we have Daniel Jones on the bench. Where is this team at? So we scored 93. We need roughly 25 points from JMO and Gibbs to book a win. Where are we at in the standings on this league? Okay, so we're going to get a win this week. We are dead on points, though. So we are going to need to get in on record. So we kind of basically have to win out from there on Arcade Fire. Ooh, can we get a win here? 149 to 151. Nico Collins versus Jake Bates. Probably not going to get there. We are 3-3, 849. So we could get in on points. You left Myers in because projections still at him for plus points, even though he's out, because the algorithm cannot rationalize a 0 Myers projection. Honestly, real. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. I guess that just got lost in the shift with one of my co-managers. All right. That team on the outside looking in. Blessed. This is the big one. So this is the co-managed one with Rich Rebar, Evan Silva, JJ Zachariason, and Pat Thorman. We got 156. Oh, this is so big. We can cut Justin Fields. We have Trevor Lawrence on the bench. 16 from Armandre. We won Vidal on waivers. 38 from Chase. 28 for AJ Brown. 25 from Jake Ferguson. Only 5 from Rome, but 23 from our boy Rashi Rice. Not a ton of. We do have Brashard Smith on the bench on this one. 13 PPR points for our boy Brashard. JMO on the bench as well. We are 3-3, but we had a huge week in points. We are gonna get a win. Fucking undefeated team up there is tough to deal with. And then here we go. We've got Evermore, which is 4-2. It's not going to get there on points because it has 772 points. We are going to get a win this week, 134 to 123. We have Rashad White and the Seahawks defense versus Zach Charbonnet remaining. So that would be an insane loss to take. Is Xavier Worthy cooked? I mean, I don't think so, but you probably could get. I'm sure there would, if you wanted to hear the fantasy football opinion that Xavier Worthy is cooked, you could probably get that opinion from someone. I currently don't share that opinion. Okay. I feel pretty good. Started Gadsden in this league, 32 points from Aronde Gadsden. Shout out to us for starting Gadsden. 21 points from Jordan Addison on the bench. And this is a team that has Brock Bowers on the bench. So this team could be a cook, but it's got to get in on record. Could be a cook, but to get into the sprint, it's going to have to get there on record. Wow, Steve has a team that's 30th overall. Well, shout out to you, Steve. All right, so that's the fun portion of the show. That's where I get to talk about things that are doing well. But now we have to look at the best ball portfolio. Which honestly, things, I guess, really, maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic because it's not nearly as bad as it was last year. Currently advancing 14% of my 1,714 teams. That equates to 247 teams. In the big board, I'm advancing 23%. The baseline is 25%. So really not that far off. Honestly, I will have to look a little bit closer, Aaron, between Higgins. Well, I'll tell you what, it's definitely not Hutchinson. What I need to look at a little bit closer is Jalen Knoll stuff. Advancing 18 teams in Best Ball Mania. Let's see, does it show me my best one? PD, is that what it does when you click the logo? I know Amazon services Why play all these leagues and not just play Silver Bullet Primetime? What I don't, you might not know, bro, but you could play more. You could play a lot of leagues, and if you play a lot of leagues, you can win more money. Advancing, I don't know what this says, but I just am getting murdered in the puppies. 8%, 10%, 10%, 6.7. Maybe, I guess probably just too much drafting at once, or too much just not enough focus. Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams, and this is my best Ball Mania team, it looks like. Dak and Caleb, JT, Bucky, DeAndre Swift, Dylan Sampson, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and Manungai. CD Pickens, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen, De'Ami Brown, Kelsey Ertz, JT Sanders. Little down 10%. So these were the auto drafted ones. 10% in the Little Dalmatian. 30. This was the one I drafted all the Judkins in. Little Board 22%. Little Board 2 14%. Going 1 for 20. That's such tilt. Decent outcome in these poodles. Badge Bros Brawl. Shout out to the Badge Bros Brawl. 2 getting through in the pointer right now, including a 985er in the pointer. Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, A-Chain Harp. That's a shitty running back room. I guess it's got Kareem Hunt getting points, though. Oh, and it's Puka and JSN. Puka, JSN, Pickens. Yeah, pretty good. Getting a Chow Chow through. Not getting any War Room teams through. Not getting any Rottweilers through. Not getting any Pugs through. Getting 3 Flock community contests through. Shout out to the Flockmeister. None of the Downs are through. Insanely good team in the Big Dog. And then none of the single entry teams. Sad. The Browns are definitely not pressing for the AFC North. The Browns are a very bad football team. They have no ability to generate offense, and against any serious football team, they are drawing 100% stone dead. If you're doing a pick 'em slip for tonight, just watch Pete's show, and he thinks he has a free square. Gibbs, highest rusher for that game. Sure. Why not? We can do. We will cook some pick'ems for sure. By and large, what I want to see. What I want to see is I want to see Rushy Rice teams. So 1,714 teams down to what from Rashi. I'd like to have 200 Rashi teams. That would probably feel pretty good. Yeah, dude. Raymond Zanny, fast puppy winner. He's been telling us about how Cincinnati Bengals are going to make the playoffs. I remain a little bit skeptical, but hey, man, you never know. All right, this might take a little bit for us to load, and then we can. Maybe we could be going longer on the portfolio stuff. Maybe we'll look at the. Maybe we can look at the Best Ball Mania leaderboard if Amazon Web Services will let us. Amazon Web Services might not want us to. All right, here we go. The highest scoring team in Best Ball Mania right now is Mr. Oreo King. He has 1,112 points. Would we buy this team for $100? Dak and May, Bijan and JT, Hubbard, Javonte, Ray Davis. Wow, he's got the Hancock. JSN, Pickens, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs, Demario Douglas. It's so funny how these really good teams still have zeros. I mean, that is by far the craziest thing that you realize playing best ball is that the best team has, basically a stone zero and Ray Davis, and one of the worst picks on the board in Chuba Hubbard. No, his wide receivers are not weak. He has JSN and he has Jordan Addison, and then he gets one of Pickens or whatever. I think this is one of the things that I'm really thinking about for next season. I'd been doing some of this in the most recent in this last best ball season, but running backs are just so much better picks in but running backs are just so much better picks in FPPR. Do I think my advance rate struggles are purely picking the wrong players? I just think I'm probably not very good, Billy. It's really all it is. I don't like to click players that I think are bad, and you just need to click some bad players. But I don't know. I think probably at the end of the day, I'm just not very good, and there are people who are a lot better at it than me. Like, all you have to do to be good at half PPR best ball is just take some shitty players. And I don't really like to take shitty players. It's not fun to me. It's just not fun to take Ramondre Stevenson or Rico Dowdle or Javonte Williams or whatever. What can you do, man? I like to take I like to take Brashard Smith. I like to take Jaden Blue, and frankly, just really not going to change, man. I'm not gonna load up for Best Ball Mania 7 next year and be like, you know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna fucking smash the button on this 34-year-old wide receiver, and I don't know who's gonna be a bad pick with a good advance rate next year. Who's gonna be a bad pick with a good advance rate? Najee Harris maybe will be a good pick with a bad pick with a good advance rate next year. That sounds about right. Or Tajay Spears maybe could be a bad pick with a good advance rate. Calvin Ridley. But yeah, I just sure, take some boring running backs. I don't know, what's the point? You're not gonna get first place with Ramondre. Ramondre is a good advance rate player, and he has not topped 15 points in a game yet, I believe. Like, how are you winning $1 million with Ramondre? I mean, I guess Ramondre could get a Jaden Blue team there or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Sixth round Jake Ferguson will be a really bad pick next year, but his advance rate will probably be fine. I don't know. It's just like the whole concept of best ball as an activity to have a good advance rate so that people on Twitter or whatever think you are good at fantasy football. It's like pretty stupid. I obviously don't mean any disrespect to the people who are advancing a lot more teams than me, of which there are many. But I don't know, like, what are you getting from a 33% advance rate in week 7? Do they pay money out for that? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe like on top of all of it, I also might just not be very good. Like, I don't know. I haven't even looked at this. What is my overall exposures looking like? Like, I probably drafted a bunch of guys who suck. Well, yeah, I mean, more than anything, you just need to avoid big injuries. So, Tootin has basically been a bad pick. Shaheed has basically been... actually, Shaheed's been a good pick. Bowers has been a bad pick. Worthy has been a bad pick. Golden has been a bad pick. Noel has been a bad pick. Hunter's been a bad pick. Warren has actually been good. Pickens has been good. Brashard's been bad. Garendo's been bad. Goff's been fine. Jamo's been bad. Gino, hilariously bad pick. Blue, bad pick. Slayton, bad pick. Purdy, bad pick. Higgins, bad pick. Jennings, bad pick. Algier, bad pick. Addison's a good pick. Tesla's a bad pick. Bill, honestly, probably trending towards being a bad pick. Hampton, bad pick. Henderson, really bad pick. T. Higgins, bad pick. Blake Corum's a bad pick. Jahmyr Gibbs is a good pick. Jacoby Myers is a bad pick. So really, you're just picking a lot of bad. Like, if you just pick a lot of bad players, what can you do? You know, these dudes suck. And I don't have as many of them. Like last year, I probably would have had like 35% Travis Hunter. Man, imagine what would I have done with Travis Hunter last year? I really would have had. I probably would have had like 40% of Travis Hunter. Like really, really insane stuff. I don't know. Where's the first like good pick in here? I guess Warren is a good pick. I give myself that one. Jaylen Warren is a good pick. Brees bad pick, Strange bad pick, Dobbins. Dobbins okay pick. Jaden Reed's a bad pick. McCarthy's a bad pick. Oh, there you go. Woody Marks is a good pick. Woody Marks is a really good pick. Brashard is trending towards being a good pick and something that awarded a full point per reception, but it's going to be very, very hard for Brashard to matter on Underdog. But yes, I mean, this is the by and large, this is what you have to know, which is that most picks are bad picks. You know, that's just the name of the game. Most picks are like Justin Jefferson is a bad pick. Dylan Sampson is a bad pick. Colston Loveland is a bad pick. De'Ami Brown is a bad pick. Bryce Young is a bad pick. Jalen Waddle is a bad pick. Mark Andrews is a bad pick. Tony Pollard's a bad pick. Tank Bigsby is a bad pick. Tua is a bad pick. DJ Moore is bad. Caleb Williams is bad. Demario Douglas is bad. RJ Harvey's bad. Jonathan Taylor is good. Mike Evans is bad. Josh Downs is bad. David Njoku's bad. A.D. Mitchell is bad. They're just all bad picks, man. Well, Algier just has no ability to. Algier has no ability to be a difference maker without an injury. Woody Marks already has posted one spike week. You know, I mean, I hate to be the downer, but it's just the way she goes. I mean, there you go. Caleb, we do need a different range for these. Caleb Johnson is a fucking catastrophe. Just about as bad of a pick as you could make. Just horrible. Bad process, bad result, bad outcome. Just horrible stuff. Braylon Allen, bad pick. Jack Bash, bad pick. Chase Brown is a bad pick. Tyreek Hill is a bad pick. Miles Sanders was a bad pick. Trey Harris was a bad pick. Jordan Love is a bad pick. Tajay Spears is a bad. All right, we gotta pull up a draft board. This is what we gotta do. This is the weekly exercise. Okay. Let's pull up. What did I do? I think I did the big dog last time. Let's just pull up a big dog draft board, and I will tell you definitively the No, see, injuries can be considered a bad pick. Yeah, it's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. All right. Jamar Chase, good pick. Jahmyr Gibbs, good pick. Bijan is a good pick. CD is a good pick. McCaffrey's a good pick. Barkley, bad pick. Jefferson, bad pick. Nico, bad. A-Chain, tough. It's tough because A-Chain's now clearly a bad pick after starting out so hot. St. Brown is a good pick. Neighbors is a bad pick. Puka is a good pick. Henry, bad pick. Gene T's a bad pick. BTJ is a bad pick. Drake London is a bad pick. Bowers is a bad pick. AJ Brown trending on being a good pick. Bucky Irving is a bad pick. T is a bad pick. Ladd is a bad pick. Jonathan Taylor, probably the best pick. Trey McBride trending towards being good, which Jacoby Brissett. Chase Brown, bad. Josh Jacobs, good. Hampton, bad. Allen, bad. Kyron, bad. Lamar, bad. Marvin Harrison, bad. Tyreek Hill, bad. JSN's good. Garrett Wilson's bad. Mike Evans is bad. George Kittle is bad. Tet is bad. Worthy's bad. Adams is good. Cook is good. Daniels is bad. Brees Hall is bad. McLaurin's bad. Pickens is good. Ken Walker is bad. Travis Hunter is bad. Devonta Smith is good. Jalen Hurts is fine. Trevion Henderson is bad. DJ Moore is bad. Jameson Williams is bad. Calvin Ridley is bad. Rashee Rice is good. Zay Flowers is bad. Hubbard is bad. Kamara's bad. Sutton's bad. Waddle's bad. Harvey's bad. Metcalf's bad. Pearsall's bad. Igbuka is good. Juwan Jennings is bad. James Conner is bad. Debo, I would say more good than bad, but still whatever. Rome, more good than bad, but whatever. Olave, frankly, Olave is still whatever. Burrow is bad. Golden's bad. Diggs is bad. Myers is bad. Addison is good. Judy's bad. Swift's good. Pollard bad. Pacheco bad. Montgomery bad. Reed bad. Downs fine. Jones bad. Caleb Johnson bad. Brian Robinson bad. Sam Laporta bad. Jalen Warren good. Jordan Mason good. Mahomes good. Purdy bad. Mayfield good. Higgins bad. Tracy bad. Hawkinson bad. Shakir bad. Mixon bad. Andrews bad. Kelsey bad. Godwin bad. Cup bad. Keon Coleman bad. Darnell Mooney bad. Michael Pittman Jr. good. Dak good. Shaheed bad. Fine. Dobbins is good. ETN is good. Bo Nix is good now because he had a 40-pointer. Fields bad. Keenan. They're all bad. They're all bad. They're really, they're all. I don't. I just, we don't need to do the whole exercise. They're basically all bad, man. They're basically just all bad. I was giving Eggers a headache. I told Eggers I was giving him a headache. Or Eggers told me I was giving him a headache. So, but yes, the basic rule is if you made a pick in fantasy football, I would say what there's a 70% chance that a given fantasy football pick is bad, a 10% chance that a fantasy football pick is fine, and a 10% chance that a fantasy football pick is good. Does that seem about right? That feels yeah. 70% to be bad, 10% to be good, 20% to be middling. I think that's about right. But like some of these guys are no hopers. Like Kyle Williams, no hoper. Aaron Jones, no hoper. TJ Hawkinson, no hoper. Dante Thornton, no hoper. I don't know. Romeo Dubs, no hoper. Jalen McMillan, no hoper. You know. Drake and London and Gene T are fine. Are they? Are they fine? They're probably okay. Yes, everyone could be. Everyone can tell themselves some fan fiction. Well, a lot of ways. Zeros have many names, Nick. Not here to. Romeo Dubs had a 3-touchdown game. This is a great point as to why nothing matters. 2025 fantasy points. I'm going to assume that with 2025 fantasy points, Romeo Dubs is not a top 30 wide receiver in fantasy. Let's look this up. I would say Olave is trending towards being a bad pick just based on that offense, but I could be wrong. Like I would, if particularly in half PPR. All right, 2025 fantasy points, half PPR amongst wide receivers. Romeo Dubs is the 28th highest scoring wide receiver. He has fewer points than Kayshon Boutte, fewer points than Hollywood Brown, fewer points than Wandale. Yeah. I would put him. Yes. And then you get to the fantasy playoffs, and if you don't have a 50 burger from Amari Cooper, you don't advance. Really, it is just, I feel as if I'm kind of caught between the two things, which is that this is an insanely variant game. No, see, this is the exact opposite of true. You are being psyoped by big football here. It is more important than ever to find explosives in the run game. And that is why teams are going to continue to prioritize young runners. You do not allow yourself to be psyoped. There's a reason why the Chargers turn their offense over. It's the reason why the Chargers wanted to do Hampton. It's a reason why Scadaboo is getting run early. There's a reason why, Tootin got drafted. There is a reason why, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is getting his chances. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, by the way, still leads the NFL in success rate. Wow. I mean, really, this is probably just the lesson that we should all learn, is that anything is a bad pick until they hit in week 16. Frankly, Giraffe, I need you to get in the lab. You're gonna, I will allow myself to be trolled a decent bit, but sorry, man, this is very stupid. I'm not allowing rookie running back failures to be victory lapped when there are rookie running backs smashing their goddamn faces out this year. I'm not having it. Bill averaging 5.2 yards per carry as an 18th round pick. Hampton giga smashing. Brashard earning a role with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, calling RJ Harvey a failure when, like, I know he's not playing that much, but this dude did just score the fucking game-tying touchdown. Again, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, yes. I mean, Aaron, truly hitting the nail on the head here, which is that if you are playing best ball and you're saying, I am, the guy, I am the guy in fantasy football. I'm gonna churn a clear profit in lottery style best ball tournaments. I mean, you better feel very good about your player projections, because that's a very hard thing to do. I mean, I think I mean, maybe I am being too biased on this, but it feels like kind of an insane year. Now, I mean, Hendo just like stinks. The issue is that Trevion Henderson is not good. This is like, RJ Harvey does not have this issue because RJ Harvey is good, but the issue that Trevion Henderson is having right now is that he just seems to be an actively bad football player. Like he is, every time he gets on the, like, they just used Terrell Jennings, and then Vrabel said this crazy comment. He said, what'd he say? Terrell Jennings is the 5-minute back. But I mean, rookie running backs, you've got Marks, you've got Monungai, who's earned a role, Tootin, who's earned a role, Brashard Smith, who's earned a role, Ollie Gordon. Who is Jacardia Wright? I literally don't even know who that is. Just like so many of these guys have earned a role. Hampton, obviously. Judkins was smashing. I mean, Ramondre's been good, man. Ramondre, other than the fumbling, is like kind of just done what they've asked him to do. Wow, Trevion Sankey, bro. Trevion Sankey. I'm not saying that Trevion Henderson is bad. I'm saying that Trevion Henderson has played bad. Trevion Henderson has not done anything to tell the Patriots that they absolutely have to play him more. And that's what you got to do. When you're a rookie running back and your coach doesn't really like to play rookies, it's what you got to do. This dude is averaging 2.4 yards after contact average. He has forced 5 missed tackles. He has 0 breakaway runs, 55.6 PFF rush grade. Let's just compare this to Ramondre for the exact same offensive line. Ramondre is averaging 2.84 yards after contact average. He has forced 18 missed tackles. He has 3 breakaway runs. I mean, it just is what it is. Like Ramondre is playing better than him. How do you feel about my 43% Vele? I don't know. I probably wouldn't draft Vele in a 30-round fantasy football draft. When you are a rookie running back and your competition has 7 fumbles, yeah, that's kind of how I view it. Yeah, I mean, like, unless you are Jahmyr Gibbs or fucking Jamal Charles, running back is going to be kind of a volume position. It's why Tootin has looked so good. I'm not saying that Trevion Henderson sucks. I don't think Trevion Henderson sucks. I think he probably is pretty good, but I think that the Patriots coaching staff is thinking in their heads, this guy might not be that good. Do you have a website that indicates red zone round? I mean, I'm sure you can find this on Fantasy Points. Fantasy Points. It's got to be in there. Got to be in their data suite. Receiving separation by routes. Receiving routes run. I mean, a lot of ways to find that information. Slot, inline, backfield. Nope. Maybe receiving advanced. I know you can. I know there's a end zone targets and red zone targets. Receiving. Here you go. Here's end zone targets. Devontae Adams leads the NFL. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really think that would be all that useful, but I'm sure there's somewhere you could find it. So there you go. Oh, here we go. It loaded. I only have 173 total Rice teams. I frankly, I would have thought more. I guess I got scared by the suspension. 34 in the Puppy 3, 1 advancing. 15 in BBM, 1 advancing. Only 8 in the big board. What a coward, Davis. What a goddamn coward. Sumer Sports. Yeah, I don't know if the Sumer stuff is 100% accurate though. Was reading that Barner and Arroyo are leading the Hawks in red zone targets. I mean, I guess that wouldn't really be that surprising because they don't really throw it. They just don't throw very much in the red zone. Here you go. The Seattle Seahawks. End zone targets. 38% of the end zone targets for Torrey Horton, 25% for AJ Barner, 13% for Elijah Arroyo. Imagine telling a normie you only have 173 Rice teams. I'd be embarrassed because it should be 1,000. I should have just kept taking him. What do you think the Broncos running back situation would be if Dobbins got hurt? Harvey would play more, but like Jaleel McLaughlin would re-enter the rotation. Does BBMDB cover the big eliminator? I have no idea. You'd have to I think it'd have to be in your portfolio. I don't know, but I didn't do any big elims. If you like money, take the Houston money line. No interest there. Houston sucks. All right. What should we do next? Let's see if Run the Sims is up. I know that the AWS stuff is killing. So we might not we literally might not be able to actually run the Sims. All right. Pace, rush rate. That's a really low rush rate. They've got Bucky out. Okay, so they also have Emeka Igbuka out. Rip Sion Vaki. And then we'll head over to Underdog and do some PTPs after we run these. I guess I can't really run these because I'll need to know if Igbuka is playing or not. All right, let's just see what we've got here. Yeah, my exposures would also look so much better with Brock Bowers replacing literally anyone. And he's not even going to play next week either because they have their bye. Okay. That looks good. Houston, Seattle. Christian Kirk is out. I think I like Jalen Knoll more than Xavier Hutchinson. That's what I meant to look up. I meant to look up the routes from their last game because I felt like Knoll started to get some more run. All right, the Houston Texans, week 6. No, week 5. All right, so Kirk ran 57% of the routes. Knoll ran 34% of the routes, but there's going to be no Christian Kirk. When's the last game Kirk didn't play? Did Kirk not play week 4? No, Kirk did play in week 4. God, I just do not want to play Xavier Hutchinson that much, I know. I have Woody ranked higher than Sharps in my stuff. Ooh, that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go look at Survivor next. It's true. It's rookie time for Houston post bump. Post rookie bump. We have Woody and Marks. Right? We have Woody and Chubb pretty much even on Run the Sims. All right. I don't know. With the AW web services this literally might not even run, but we'll see. Oh, I have the wrong settings in. Well, I guess let's see if it even runs first. I can promise you, I don't even know who they're playing, but it's going to be very hard for me to take Cincinnati in any kind of format where we're expecting them to win. New Survivor, just pick against Miami. Yeah, I'm thinking the web outage might not let our Sims run here. I just answered you, brother. I got Woody, not close. Yeah, Broncos. I did take a couple Broncos Survivor pieces. You're telling me Jeff Bezos rules the world? Well, I got news for you. Judkins is a 2-down plotter on a bad team. I think that it would not surprise me if things get not so great for Cleveland moving forward. So Cleveland goes at New England. He'll be good against the Jets. It's going to be a tough, there's some really tough games coming up. Do you know if BBMDB has a dashboard for your best to worst advanced rates player? I don't think they do. Good news is I have 20 Rashi Rice BBM teams. Bad news is I'm advancing 0 of them. Yeah, I don't think you're alone in that, bro. I think that is going to be relatively common. Trade Chase Brown and Tyler Warren for Kamara Bowers. Honestly, no. Tyler Warren is too good. Tyler Warren is in too good of a situation. I am not trying to trade Tyler Warren away right now. Well, plotters can score 46-yard touchdowns. Quinshon Judkins ran 9 routes last week. Jake is such a hater, bro. My child is coming any day now. Due date is in early November, so you guys are not going to have me for a couple weeks, maybe a week or two, but there'll be no streams, no videos, and it'll be, you guys are going to have to. Okay, so this is not going to run. It's not going to. So if you are a Run the Sims subscriber, I'm assuming that you're going to have to come back later today because it's not going to run for us. Yes, the Colts are scoring the third most fantasy point, or the third most points per drive of all time in NFL history. First place is the Randy Moss legendary 2007 New England Patriots. Number 2 is the insane Denver Broncos Peyton Manning season. Yeah, we are walking the Sims right now. It's a good question. Someone just asked what the Rashi Rice advance rate is. The Rashi Rice advance rate. Surely this trend will continue to last. Well, yes, because Amazon Web Services powers everything, and they are experiencing outages. So if they're experiencing outages, a bunch of the things that you use on the internet are going to go to 0. I'm sure JT's advance rate has to be like 40% or whatever. Wow, it's Kenneth Walker's birthday today. My friend who works for Amazon said this is the worst outage since 2006. I mean, bro, imagine if I have to build my showdown lineups by hand. Rashi Rice currently with a 14.6% advance rate. That's honestly a lot higher than I would have guessed. I would have guessed at like 8% or whatever. Heard he still has to split his birthday cake with Sharps. My tech guys Slack from around the state just kept posting how AWS posted that 70% of their code is AI. Oof. Vibe coding, the world's most important software. Yes, Rashi boosted. I believe Mahomes has the most raw fantasy points of any player in half PPR. In full PPR, it's McCaffrey, but in half PPR, I believe Mahomes is the number 1 overall scorer. Imagine what my advance rates would have been last year if the Chiefs were good. Could have dunked on all those haters and losers. Would have advanced 40% of my teams last year. Would have been fun. Well, looking back on it, it's so clear what happened, which is that they had no game plan without Worthy. The whole game plan in week 1 relied on Xavier Worthy. But there was and now that they have Worthy and Rice back, like they're like, all right, let's just go score a bazillion points. All right. Let's go cook a pick 'em. Let's cook a Monday Night Football pick 'em. Believe there are some boosts for us. Oh, glad we didn't do these last night. Kendrick Bourne higher than 49.5 receiving yards. All right, gimme pick for hoops tomorrow. NFL only boost, 30% boost, 30% profit boost. All right, let's do. Well, here. Yeah, let's do this NFL profit boost, and then I can do the 30% boost later. All right, going to begin with lower than 43.5 rushing yards for David Montgomery. Don't think that this is a particularly great spot for him. Rachaad White higher than 3.5 receptions. I mean, that does just feel pretty free. Could be wrong. Oh, it does feel pretty good, man. How does he not get 3.5 receptions? This game is in Detroit, right? Road 3.5 receptions for Rachaad White. Team Buccaneers running back route rates. So we want weeks 5 and 6. Route rate 69%. Nice. 13% of the targets. Yeah, I think you got to just take that one. 3.5 receptions. Cade Otton lower than 36.5 receiving yards. Think he is dusted for that if Igbuka plays, and I still like it. If he doesn't, then we're going to go to Houston and Seattle. We're going to take Nick Chubb lower than 35.5 rushing yards. And then do we want to do a fifth part of this entry? We could do 1.5 receptions for Marks. Could just do that. That gets us to, you're just going to have to reapply the token. Let's check the old Marks route rates. That one could be wrong. I think it's probably right. Also, no chance. It's so funny. There's just no chance I stay awake for that one either. I am just not watching that one. I am just very, very loath to take yards. Yards are down so much in the NFL. It's like preposterous how down they are. Jaquavius Woody Marks is at 34% of the routes the most recent 2 weeks with only 3% of the targets. So honestly, it's not as good as you'd think. Although I guess part of that was pure garbage. Yeah, then 11% targets a week before. All right. And let's do, I am going to take it though. I am going to take the 1.5 receptions on Jaquavius Woody Marks. We'll do higher. And then we will apply our boost token. And then we will wager 25 American dollars to win 463 underdog site credits. David Montgomery lower than 43.5 rush yards. Rachaad White higher than 3.5 receptions. Cade Otton lower than 36.5 receiving yards. Nick Chubb lower than 35.5 rush yards. Woody Marks higher than 1.5 receptions. Really bad game script for David Montgomery against a very good run defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rachaad White, the primary passing down back for a team that is thin on receivers. Cade Otton has an 8% targets per route run on the year. Nick Chubb has nothing left in the tank. I want to fade Nick Chubb here against the Seattle Seahawks and their really good front seven. Woody Marks higher than 1.5 receptions. Dario Ogunbowale has been put out the pasture, so I really like Marks in the receiving game there. There you go. Got her done. Go ahead and put that in the YouTube description for anyone who is watching this on replay. UD Monday Night Football Pick 'em. I want to do one with I want to do a slide. I want to do JSN. I want to slide him up to, what do I want to do? I want to slide him up to 119. Let's just slide him to 129. And then I want to see what there is for Jalen Knoll. Nothing. What about Higgins? Jaden Higgins, we can slide. Let's slide him to 59.5. We'll put 10 American dollars on that one. Little slider there. Little slider. Big JSN game with Jaden Higgins coming back. Let's take a look over here. Let's hop in there you go. Do my Monday Night Football bash single entry. Pretty interesting stuff here for the two gamer. Monday Night Football two gamer on UD. All right, so Gibbs is clearly the class. JSN, okay, so pick 3 sucks. Woody Marks at running back 7 looks like a gift. Igbuka at wide receiver 6 looks really strong because you can set your rankings in such a way that you're like guaranteed to get Tez. Laporta is definitely the class at tight end. Pretty interesting two gamer here. The thing with Nico is that the overall offense has just been so bad that it's kind of hard for him. It's hard if you are Nico Collins to be in a position to really succeed because everything around you is so uncomfortable. It's really not even his fault. All right, so if I get pick 3, so if you get St. Brown, then you'd really like to get White. Really, man, you'd really like to get Jared Goff. Oh, well, this one might be canceled. We got a rogue Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield at the 101. All right, so I got to hope that this guy doesn't do anything silly. I don't even think Stroud kind of sucks. I think Stroud just okay. Well, this one's going to get canceled. George Halani just went. What is happening here? Are these guys just in here doing what? What a bummer, man. All right. Well, I'm just going to take Rachaad White, but I'm just going to press the plane and then we'll go do another one that's serious. So let's just star the good plays. Star I can't get Woody Marks, so we'll do Igbuka. And then we'll put sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. Ruining everyone's fun. Yes, I did take Sharps in the touchdown survivor. Yeah, it's like I don't what is the point? Like I guess something I don't understand is why these dudes are doing this. I'd still take Stroud over Knicks, but I'm kind of a Knicks hater. All right, got Igbuka. So let's get Jared Goff, and then we'll get JMO, and then I'll take any tight end. So I'm gonna put JMO, and then I'm gonna put Jaden Higgins, Tez Johnson in the queue. Then I'll put Arroyo, K. Dotton, and we'll go. It was unintentional. I obviously clicked the button to do it, but it was not purposeful. That's what we'll go check next. We'll go check the stuff over on Splash. Because I think I had a pretty good weekend over there. I don't think I have a sweat in tears. Yeah, no sweat in tears. But I got through all of my survivor entries, which was nice. So let's go do. We'll wait for this one to get thrown out. Well, I guess if AJ Barner's going to go undrafted in this one, I guess I'll go put him up at the top of the queue. And then we'll go do I agree. Taking George Halani in the first round, I think you should be banned. I think you should be cooked. I think you're out of there. All right. Let's check in over on Splash. So in tiers, wow, 193. Stephen Gill, CMC, Herbert, Bijan, Dak, Javonte. Wow, even with Brees, and then he took Judkins in tier 8. Wow, shout out to this absolute demon. The Judkins play. You do love to see that. My contest. Okay, so in the the original Survivor has 41 left in week 7. Wow, 2 people took the Steelers. 1 person has the Lions left. 22% of us took the Chiefs. The Bears got a win. Only 2 people took the Broncos. So this one's really going to come down to the end. It definitely was. How? Tell me how you accidentally would click George Halani. I would really like to know how someone would accidentally click George Halani. Please enlighten me. Okay. So 41 left there, but we are really down to the nubs. In the Swoolcast Second Chance Survivor. Wow, 11 people took the Steelers. 4 people took the Seahawks tonight. 1 person took the Texans tonight. How do you do it on purpose? You type in George Halani. That's how you do it on purpose. You go in and you type in George Halani. So 6% of the pool is out with the Steelers. So kind of anti-sweating the Lions and the Seahawks tonight. Although I guess there will be a minimum. Well, there's at least 1 person has to lose their entry in the Swoolcast Second Chance Survivor because the Texans and the Seahawks both got picked. In the Touchdown Survivor. All right, my entries. All right, so I did a Dowdle and Judkins, Javonte and CMC, Judkins and Hunt, Kyron and Javonte. Fucking JCM didn't get one, but I have Rashad White going. Jordan Mason and CMC got one. And then my Charbonnet entry got saved because Jacobs got one. Am I happy with my worthy exposure? I mean, honestly, like I would draft more. If you would have told me that Mahomes would be winning the MVP, I would have drafted more of Xavier Worthy. And I don't think there's another I don't think there's another reasonable response. Like if you drafted, like if I would have gone back to the beginning of the season when you were drafting and I said Mahomes is going to lead the NFL in fantasy points and he's going to be the MVP favorite, you would have drafted even more Xavier Worthy. All right. I really need Rashad White tonight. I think I had did I have a quick picks going for this slate? Final? Oh, I bet I lost it. Did I? I thought I had one going. Let's do a quick picks. Ooh, a Monday match, a 100% boost. All right, say less. Rush TDs. Sure. Jahmyr Gibbs, rush TD. Receiving yards. Kate Otten, lower. Receptions. Rashad White, higher. And I'll do $50 with a max payout. Shout out to Splash Sports. It's exactly what a Halani drafter would say. All right, is my promo in? Yes. 2 to 4 picks. Jahmyr Gibbs to score a rushing touchdown. Kate Otten less than 36.5 rec yards. Rashad White for 3.5 receptions. What is a split entry? Oh, it can only be a $5 entry. Okay. That makes more sense. Let's do pass completions. Pass TDs. Can't take any from here. Rec yards. Do I want to do lower on anyone? I kind of want to do lower on one of these guys. Yeah, Hollywood would have been a big riser. Let's do lower than 38.5 yards for Dalton Schultz. Rush yards, let's do lower than 44.5 for David Montgomery. Lower than 35.5 there. That's 100% boost. So that, can I do another leg? No, I can't. Okay. There you go. $5 to win 250 over on Splash Sports with the 100% matchup Monday boost. Heaven's got a lot of lower built in. It's true. Do you guys think they're going to try organizationally to get him try as hard to get him 1,000 yards this year? I believe it's hard for JSN to be shadowed because he does so many of his routes out of the slot. So I don't think I would anticipate that. But you never know, man. All right, did this submit? No, it didn't. Submit entry. Oh, I can only do 2 to 4 picks. Davis, you got to read the rules, bro. There we go. Now it's submitted. Yeah, Hunt looked like he suffered a season-ending injury and then was just back in the next drive. Oh, I gotta show you guys a really funny stat as it pertains to the Kansas City Chiefs backfield. Flex, targets per route run. Brashard Smith leads the entire National Football League in targets per route run. The whole league in targets per route run. No player, the only player, in fact, above 36% targets per route run. That's a good tweet. The only player in the NFL with the targets per route run over 36%, Puka Nacua, is Kansas City Chiefs running back Brashard Smith. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's Brashard Smith, Puka Nacua, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, he also still doesn't have a pass blocking snap. I believe Rashi was at I believe it was, well, let's find out. Rashi Rice 47%, but he didn't have enough routes to qualify. I think it's not that likely that Rashid Shaheed is a full go tonight. But who could say, man? All right. Let's do our first BR. Is the dog bowl up? No, the dog bowl is not up. Let's do our first battle royale draft of the week. Week 8, 40K to first. All right. They trimmed us back. Yes. Jackson Dart has scored 22.5 fantasy points per game. That makes him the quarterback 4 of the year. That would have tied with Joe Burrow for quarterback 3 last year. Oh, I Freudian slip called Igbuka sheet. That is very funny. All right, got to build my rankings first. Bijan, JT. Wow, what a slate. Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey. What a fucking slate. First battle royale draft of the week. So at quarterback, we have Josh is back, Lamar is back, Hurts against the Giants, Mayfield in the Dome, but wow, Denver, Dallas, Mayfield running downhill against Cleveland, Dimes at home against the Titans, the Bears against, kind of a fun slate. So we have Bijan, JT, CMC, A-Chain, Cook. Henry is definitely draftable. Probably not by me, but he is draftable. Scatterboo looks overdrafted. Judkins will be overdrafted. Javante will be underdrafted. Brees is definitely a good pick at these prices. You got Bucky, Q-Tag. You've got DeAndre. Dobbins I don't love. I will not be taking Chase Brown. I'll do a little bit of Rico. No Chubb. No White. No Pollard. No Kamara, really. Marks maybe will be clickable if we see how they play him tonight. Wide receiver, Chase, Lamb. I definitely prefer Lamb to Chase. Wide receiver is kind of thin. Got the Eagles guys are way priced up. Pickens is underpriced. T is clickable. I would not want to click Garrett Wilson. Man, wide receiver is tough. I mean, I'm definitely, as someone who drafted a lot of Ashton Genty, I'm definitely worried that he just might not be able to overcome the offensive environment. All right, so we're gonna just get our CMC there. Hope you guys get a top 3 pick this week. I had my own 5-figure sweat, needed Rice to get one more reception, would have turned $5 into $5K. You should hate the Raiders. I mean, we all should hate the Raiders anyway, but that is particularly disgusting. Man, what do you do at wide receiver, though? Like, wide receiver, after Pickens, I don't want to click any of these dudes. I mean, I guess DJ Moore kind of is clickable. Fuck, dude. I mean, this is dark. I'm going Cortland Sutton. Tight end, we've got Warren, clearly in a tier of his own. Then I think Kittle over Ferguson. Kincaid's definitely clickable. Pitts is definitely good. The Fannin bet. Waller's injured. Ugh. This is some dark stuff, boys. Yeah, third. I will be right there with you, scrolling for Rashid Igbuka. I mean, I almost always do 2 running backs 100%, but man. I mean, do you just take Big Dog here? I think you just take Big Dog here. Big Dog home against the Bears with Lamar back. Yeah, I mean, Bucky is a good click early in the week. I like doing a lot of those. Like last week, we were clicking. Hold on, I gotta tweet Sam Sherman back. Oh, I am not clicking Algier. He's got to get 20 points, bro. That's our boy Shilly. He is a sometimes viewer of the channel. Mr. Shilly, the 10K Wildcat winner. Big fan of Mr. Shilly. We big up him around here. Now, what do you do? I mean, like Devonta Smith is terrible at 100% drafted. Honestly, Olave. Wow. Olave Rattler stacks for all the money in BRs this week. Not going to catch me doing the Brees Hall thing in round 4, I don't think. Yeah, I am going to take Chris Olave. It's just these weeks are really tough because there's not really anyone particularly that I want to scroll for. And if there's not really anyone you want to scroll for, then you just end up drafting the same team time after time after time. Which is, I mean, it just gets boring. It gets boring, and it also it also makes you feel that you are just drafting teams that are going to be duped. So we were able to get Bo Nix, and then Kincaid I like, Pitts I like, Fannin I like, Hunter Henry I like. We'll see what we get. Where is Zay going? Zay probably is a pretty good pick. Zay Flowers is the wide receiver 10. I bet he ends up being a riser. Wandale, I guess, is clickable. Mooney is clickable probably. Shaheed, yes. Ridley if he plays. Pearsall if he plays. I mean, he probably won't, but he certainly is potentially clickable. So, you guys, Gibbs and Montgomery, Bijan and Algier is the new Gibbs Montgomery. I guess I could see it. McCaffrey, Sutton. All right, I'm just going to take Kincaid and hope that this is somehow not a team that's going to chop. I mean, it's probably going to be a duped team. Bo Nix, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Cortland Sutton, Chris Olave, Dalton, Kincaid. I want to do another one. Well, actually, wait. No, let's go do another one. I haven't gotten the email that my other one was canceled yet. Although I don't know, let me check my email. Maybe I did. Maybe I missed it. Hello, Davis Matic. Your recent Battle Royale draft has been canceled. Troy Franklin in play for 6-mans. He probably is. I don't love it. He had that one crazy game with targets, and then it's been very stable since then. He's got, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm capping. Last 2 weeks, Franklin 18% of the team. The issue is Mims is just better than him. That frankly, that is just the issue is that Franklin plays a lot, but Mims is better than him. I made 2 trades in a family league. Traded Bucky for JT and JSN for ETN. Why those both seem fine. What's the issue? Not a serious fantasy football league. Who do the Jets play? The Jets play the Cincinnati Bengals. My stance on Adunze is that he is very good and that, poor production comes for everybody. Not it like if you're not one of the top 5 players in fantasy football, you're going to have some down weeks. That's just the way she goes. All right, CeeDee Lamb at 5. And then, man, James Cook against Carolina. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton in 12-mans this week. If this ADP holds, I'm just going to be really light on Allen and Lamar because the scrolls are just dastardly, dude. Honestly, Marker, I'm going to be real with you. I lied to you because I did the math wrong on the Eliminator. I thought next week was the $1,000 payouts. But the $1,000 payouts are not until week 9 in the Eliminator. So I lied to you. And I apologize for lying to you. I shouldn't have done it. I did. I clickbaited you and I'm sorry. I clickbaited you and I apologize. I will change the title when this video is over. Igbuka, Scatabo. Let's try and do a Hertz AJB. Let's see if it works. Right now I have 5. One of them is absolutely dead. It's probably more likely I get 2, but if things break for me exactly perfectly, I can get 4. I am way less likely to martingale Brees than the average DFS player because I'm more emotional than the average DFS player. Although at this price, if I can get Brees Hall in round 6, yeah, the clankers will want me to. I will say I probably quit on the guys who absolutely suck 1 week before the average DFS player. What percentage of my entries do you think were done on site credits? Well, all of them. No, I mean none for BRs. All my BRs are done with good old fashioned American fiat currency, but 100% of my best ball entries are done on site credits. What if Tyrod rights the ship, brother? You don't know, Nick. All right. So I got to figure out a running back too. I tell you what, I'm definitely going to be light on Judkins. This is not a good this is a horrible spot for Judkins. I do like Swift. I do. All right, here you go, man. This is for my boy Marker Tassel. There you go. There's Brees Hall. Yeah, Fields has been awful. And it sounds like they're not going to trade Brees, which I guess is a little I mean, seems crazy to me to not want to trade Brees, but I also think it's fine to just not click a jet. Feels totally fine to me to just say, you know what, New York Football Jets, not interested. I'm gonna pull Run the Sims back up and see if AWS has any resolution there. All right, I got one for you guys. No Kendre Miller. 2 targets, 2 rushes last week. Taysom Hill. Undrafted Taysom Hill. You guys hip? Do you guys know? No. Nah. He's not waving Taysom Hill. Sad, bro. Got to give up. You can't give up before the miracle happens on Taysom, bro. All right, yeah, I knew you wouldn't be. You need to see the vision, Marker, and you are not a vision player. You're a clanker player. You thought I was gonna say Devin Neal. Tight end is bad. Tight end is not good this week. You've got Kincaid, Kyle Pitts, Harold Fannin, Darren Waller. Andrews is going to end up getting steamed, but it's not great this week, I would say. Although it is, I tell you what, it's definitely a nice it's definitely a nice week to do early drafting because a lot of these guys are going to steam up when the projections come out. By the way, still no resolution for AWS, so we're not running any sims. Oh yeah, Henry's really good. He's gonna. I took Henry in the first one. Okay, I'll do one more, and then we're gonna roll out of here, and you guys can go watch Nez and John over on the Badge Bros. I'd like to get a first overall, and then, man, how am I gonna make lineups tonight? If Jeff Bezos does not let me make lineups on runthesims.com, then what is this even for, man? What are we even doing? Jeff, rescue me from hand building lineups, Jeff. You know what? I will literally I might just do 150, and I'll just do the classic slate opto. And I'll lock Woody Marks, Jahmyr Gibbs, St. Brown, Goff. And just rifle and exclude Kate Otten and just go from there. Tinfoil hat. These are intentional shutdowns. For what? What are we intentionally shutting down? Wow, Harold Fannin is the Garincha of the NFL. I mean, I can't say that I'm, Garincha was a little bit before my time. I've seen like highlights and stuff of him, but I appreciate the cross sport comparison. Is this guy Kobe Goat 2424? He might be the new Chase before CMC, huh? He might be the new Patrick Barnes YouTube. I've noticed he's in a ton of my rooms recently. Yeah, my first instinct was to boost Jalen Knoll for stuff tonight, but that's more vibes and bags based than anything. Well, Devin A. Chain, not for me this week. Not gonna be a Devin A. Chain clicker. Henry, I like. Barkley. Wow, Barkley revenge game. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this early week pairing. I think doing that stuff is fine. Well, they do Run the Sims has it on the back end, but to do the computation to actually run the sim, like when you click the Sim Runner Pro button on Sim Runner, they're actually doing the whole play-by-play and field level sim based on what you put in, which is insanely complex and you can't do locally. Well, can't do on our servers is the way I understand it. I mean, doesn't mean I'm right, but I believe that's all like cloud AWS stuff. Vibes on Zay. Vibes on Zay seem good. He seems like a good click. Score prediction. 28-24 Detroit. I will for sure be maxing the big board. No, I will definitely not be streaming 150 big board drafts on the Davis Maddock Fantasy Football YouTube channel. That was basically the dumbest thing I've ever done in the history of this program. All right, here you go. Here's a Zay Flowers. I'll take him right now. But I definitely will max it. It's like the most fun tournament in fantasy football, but I was literally like no one was watching. Yeah, it was a bad idea. It was a fun idea and I'm glad I did it, but I would never do it again. Like streaming a fantasy football draft for 4 hours a day in March, could have been doing literally anything else. I'm just going to take Dak to get the stack here. It's true. The real ones were watching. No, you know I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And I remember all the boys who were in the trenches drafting Devin Neal in the 11th round. Streaming big boards in March. Wow, that's okay. That's how you found the channel. I'll just say this. I was gaining about 115 subscribers per month in March compared to about 700 a month now. Yes, I'm a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan, Mr. Mike. Huge. Honestly, if people liked hoops as much as they like the NFL, I would do hoops for sure instead of NFL streams, but people don't like hoops the same way. But I like basketball way more than I like football. Round 5, George Kittle. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna take Bucky. Bucky Q tag feels really good. True. Next March could be bigger. It's true. Well, you know, we're gonna find out, man. I'll for sure do a stream with Karain where we watch all the rookie prospects again. Yeah, I have two Gadsdens in BBM. I honestly, this is sad. I literally have not watched a play of postseason baseball. That's on me, you know, baseball, because the team I root for is so bad. Oh well, they were the Royals were live there towards the end. I don't think they got eliminated till like 10 days before the end of the season. But I just was not as in on baseball this year. It's true, and I probably wouldn't be a 10K if it weren't for the February and March streams. It's true. Well, that I mean, you're not telling a lie there. I would never say that Chet is not even in the same planet as Wemby. Wemby is a fucking alien, man. All right. I'm gonna call it. I'll be back with all you. Probably doing a members only stream tomorrow. But I'll be back with all you guys then. Yes, you did miss a pick 'em, but it's linked in the YouTube description, so you'll get it as soon as I click end stream, it will pop up. I became an Avs fan because my dad was an Avs fan. They were the closest geographic team to where I grew up in Kansas, so we rooted for the Avalanche. All right, boys, I'm getting out of here. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily fantasy football videos. See y'all tomorrow. Later.